who we need to get the hell off of this team and let them walk. And then later on, we'll talk about who we should look to bring in. Us, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever fans have to stay focused on the task at hand, which is building the right team around Caitlin Clark. List the players that is on this roster that need to be off this roster immediately.
Did the Indiana Fever just bet their entire future on Caitlin Clark? Cutting 8 players overnight isn't just a roster move, it's a statement. Veterans gone, chemistry reset, cap space wide open. But was it smart strategy or the most reckless gamble in the WNBA right now? We're breaking down exactly who was released, why it happened, and how it could make or break Clark's rise as the face of this franchise.
First things first, I still do not believe Stephanie White is the coach for Caitlin Clark. This is Operation Get the Right Team Around Caitlin Clark.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
The first player on my list of pack her bags for her and ship her out, none other, Natasha Howard. You had a good game here and there. You had a good game in the Commissioner's Cup here and there. I was not a fan of how Natasha Howard played with this team. Natasha Howard, thank you for your services. I do not like how you played all season.
Why would a team fresh off a rebuild decide to drop nearly half its roster overnight? That's exactly what the Fever did when they released 8 players in one night. Names like Natasha Howard and Ariel Powers instantly set off debates online. Fans couldn't believe it. Media called it a hard reboot, and honestly, that's what it looked like. For a team that just started finding rhythm, this kind of purge raised every possible question about what the front office was planning.
You was constantly trying to dribble the ball up the floor, thinking you're a point guard, turning it over, tripping and falling and falling and falling, traveling over and over. We ignored too many signs. We should have known this was a bad match from the door when this lady said she would like to win MVP. I did not like how Natasha Howard fit with Caitlin Clark.
The team's explanation was about flexibility and fit. Releasing so many players freed up major cap space and cleared the floor for a system built entirely around Caitlin Clark. Management wanted speed and flow, not structure and hierarchy. They saw an offense centered on Clark's instincts as the future, fast, wide open, and unpredictable. But losing veterans like Howard and Powers means losing leadership that doesn't show in box scores. They were the voices in huddles, the anchors on defense, the players who calmed chaos when things got wild. There were also quiet rifts forming behind the scenes. Head coach Stephanie White favored a structured offense, calling set plays and controlling pace.
Ariel Powers, thank you for your services. You won't be needed here any longer. I'm good on Ariel Powers. I appreciate your time here. But gotta go. I want to see Chloe Bibby. I want to see more Michaela Timpson. You had a couple good games. I like your skill set, but we have other holes to fill with that spot.
The front office wanted the opposite: movement, spacing, and quick read and react basketball that mirrors Clark's college style. That difference in vision became impossible to hide once the season ended. Insiders say the decision had been brewing for weeks, a long-planned move rather than a knee-jerk reaction. Some players reportedly learned about being cut while still in contract talks. That detail alone showed how unstable things had become internally.
Odyssey Sims, thank you for the effort you gave in that final game versus the Las Vegas Aces. This ultimately came down to, I don't think that your game is a great fit next to Caitlin Clark. You had some big games. You had a game winner versus the LA Sparks in a big game, but you had a lot of games where you was 0 for 6, 1 for 9.
This wasn't just cleanup after a tough season. It was a total identity reset. The Fever want Clark to have complete creative freedom, even if it means tearing down everything familiar. Now the question is how much that freedom will cost them in chemistry next season. Can a single player carry an entire franchise identity without cracking under pressure? That's the question hanging over Caitlin Clark and the Fever right now. Clark's Iowa-style offense, built on freedom, quick reads, and total trust in instincts, has basically become Indiana's new playbook. She once explained it herself, saying you're not told what to do every time down the floor, you're just making basketball reads. That same approach is now shaping how the Fever wants to play, for better or worse. Fans are split. Some love it, arguing the team finally has a clear direction with Clark steering the ship.
Red flags should have been signaling right then and there, and we ignored it. We got to get Natasha Howard off this team. I think her girl was talking crazy about seats. Oh, you got to go. Gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go. I'm sorry, mama. Love you, sweet lady. Damiris Dantas, you gotta go. I'm sorry.
Others can't shake the worry that Indiana just handed too much power to a rookie. Social media debates sound like half pep rally, half panic room. Losing veterans means fewer stabilizers when games tighten up, and every possession runs a little closer to chaos without that experienced voice on the floor. For a young roster, that's a steep climb to steady basketball. The Fever's experiment looks a lot like NBA-style team building. One superstar, everyone else built to fit her. The catch is that in the pros, that approach rarely works this early in a career. Clark thrived in a read-and-react defense at Iowa because defenders had to chase her around open space. The WNBA game is faster, rougher, and much more physical, so Indiana's front office is trying to find players who can move, shoot, and think just as fast as she does. They're chasing a brand of basketball that's fast, fearless, and fluid. If it all clicks, Indiana becomes one of the league's most exciting and marketable teams.
Now, there's things I like her speed. I like the fact that she can get downhill. I like the fact that she guards, even though she's small. I like Ari, but Ari wasn't passing the ball to Caitlin Clark, and I don't like that. And if you're not going to pass the ball to Caitlin Clark, you don't need to be on this team.
If it doesn't, all that chemistry they sacrificed could cost them seasons of progress. So, is this the beginning of a possible dynasty, or the riskiest rebuild the WNBA has seen in years? The Fever's massive roster cut isn't just about who's leaving. It's about what kind of team they're trying to become. They're done playing cautious basketball. They want a roster that fits Clark's fast and instinctive rhythm, even if it means tearing down what worked before. It's a complete identity shift toward trust in one player's style.
These are the players that we 100% need to get rid of for the 2026 WNBA season.
Now the question is this bold vision the start of Clark's dynasty or a shortcut to chaos? Because every rebuild like this either clicks through chemistry or collapses from ego. The Fever have made their move. Now they have to live with it.